on 45, 45, 90s, and 30, 60, 90s. So now what we're going to be learning is how to use trigonometry. So you use trigonometry to solve for the unknown sides, fill these in the blanks, of a right triangle when only given a side length and an angle measure. Because where does this come from? Where does this table come from? This came from, if I took a billion, cajillion, zillion triangles that were 40 degrees, so 40, 90, which would make it the other one 50, and made all of my ratios on that chart and then averaged them all up, they should get to the ratio that is up here, right? So the ratios for 40 degrees is 0.6428, 0.7660, 0.8391, right? Well, what is this ratio? It was opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, opposite over adjacent, right? So it was a ratio of two sides. Well, if I know that the ratio of two sides has to be something over something, and I know what the decimal needs to be, I don't know if that's an actual number, can't we solve for that unknown side? If this was opposite over hypotenuse and that's the ratio, then we would be able to solve for it, right? So these decimals represent the ratio of two side lengths. So I can use these decimals to solve for one of the unknown side lengths given the actual degree. So we've got some vocabulary we have to cover. First is what I'm going to call the reference angle. If I make this angle down here my reference angle, so it's always going to be whatever the given angle is. Your hypotenuse will always be the length that's opposite the right angle. And then your legs, we're going to call opposite leg and we're going to call adjacent leg. If you go directly across from your reference angle, you'll have your opposite leg, which makes the leg that is attached to your reference, right next to it, the adjacent leg. When you did your measurements, or you were supposed to do your measurements, they had an O and an A and an H labeled on those sides. And those represented opposite leg, adjacent leg, and hypotenuse. If I change my reference angle to up top, does my hypotenuse change? No, my hypotenuse still is opposite the right angle. Now where did the opposite leg go? Went down on the bottom. So our opposite leg now is on the bottom, which makes my other leg the adjacent leg. So you need to be able to recognize where your hypotenuse is, where your opposite leg is, and where your adjacent leg is. Okay? And so then these were our ratios. So remember, we kind of already figured it out when we did our chart. The first column was opposite over hypotenuse, and we said that was the, excuse me, the sine. So the tangent one, our tangent ratio is going to be the opposite leg over your adjacent leg. Which was that third column that you guys were figuring out. And I think this is already written here in here for you. So in this actual diagram, if I had to find the tangent of A, so that means if I make A my reference angle, tangent is opposite leg. The leg opposite of A would be leg BC, which would be over the adjacent leg. So the leg that's adjacent to it would be CA. So it would be the length. Remember, I'm not putting line segment bars over these, so this represents an actual length of the segment. So the length of BC divided by the length of CA, which is what you guys were doing. You found physical lengths and you divided them to get that decimal. All right, so that's your tangent. So your sine ratio is opposite leg over hypotenuse. And then I think this is already there. So if this is our triangle again, A is still my reference angle. My opposite leg still has not changed, so that still is going to be BC. And my hypotenuse would be, that's your adjacent. Hypotenuse would be AB or BA. Doesn't matter which order you have it in. And then our cosine is adjacent leg over hypotenuse. So adjacent leg over hypotenuse. So in this case, my adjacent leg, we said before, was CA, back when we did the tangent, over the hypotenuse, which we said was BA. So you need to memorize these ratios. To memorize these ratios, there's a very special math word that is written on the back. Any ideas on how you think you pronounce it? SOHCAHTOA. Okay, SOHCAHTOA is used to help you memorize the ratios. So the capital S stands for your sine function. And even though your calculator says SIN, even if we write SIN in abbreviation to write it, don't ever call it the sin. Don't say sin, it's the sine function. Okay? And we said sine was what over what? Opposite over hypotenuse. So the O stands for opposite. I know it's hard to write vertically, isn't it? And then H is your hypotenuse.
It is Japanese.
Yeah. I think Japanese.
Opposite.
So opposite over hypotenuse.
So good.
What do you think the C stands for? Cosine.
Oh, damn.
And that ratio was adjacent over hypotenuse.
And the next one's
T is tangent, right?
opposite.
What do you call a guy sitting on the beach? A tangent. Not a very good joke.
I get the Sandy. What if he's wearing
Tangent is what over what?
He's wearing sunblock.
Opposite over adjacent.
What's Chen? Oh, is it gentleman?
Yeah, like a gentleman.
Tangent.
All right, so tangent is opposite over adjacent. On your index card, sometimes you'll see me write it like this. I'll put I'll put it in here so it's on the recording. I'll do S and then O over H, C, A over H, T, O over A for my SOHCAHTOA. So I would highly recommend that that gets transferred onto your index card at some point in time if you still have your index card. Hopefully you still do. For Friday's
Can we put
quiz.
it on this? Do we get this?
Our quiz.
No. Put on your index card. Okay.
I gave that to my dog.
All right, so this is what you're going to have to be able to do for your homework. You're going to have to come up with all 6 of your trig ratios. So for the first column here, if you want to call it that, my reference angle is A. So me personally, I like to circle my reference angle, and then I like to label my O, my A, and my H, just like your diagrams did in your triangles. So what would be the hypotenuse? Which the 25 would be 25. 7 or 24 is opposite of A. 7. So I'm going to put an O there, which would make 24 be A. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So what number divided by what number? 7 over 25. Now you can just leave it like that. If you would divide 7 by 25, what decimal do you get? You get 0.28,
Yeah.
right? Could we figure out what angle A was if the ratio is 0.28 for sine So I would look for something that's pretty close to 0.28. Looks like it's going to be in between 16 and 17, huh? So maybe about 16 and a half, not quite sure.
There has to be 45 degrees.
Nope,
You know,
they don't have to be whole numbers. Cosine would be what over what? 24 over 25. Tangent would be opposite over adjacent, so 7 over 24. If you could reduce these fractions, reduce them. In this case, we can't. Now let's change my reference angle over to B. Does your hypotenuse change?
No.
Nope. Now what becomes the opposite?
24.
24 becomes the opposite, and 7 becomes the adjacent. So sine would be opposite, so 24 over hypotenuse. Cosine would be adjacent, so 7 over hypotenuse. Tangent would be opposite, 24 over adjacent, which is 7. So notice the cosine of A, when you change the reference angle, is the sine of B. And vice versa for sine of A, when you change the reference angle, is your cosine of B. And what happens to your tangents? They're just reciprocals of each other, right? All right, so let's do the last one where here we do have to reduce. So we're making A my reference angle. Where's your hypotenuse? That's the easiest one to identify. 15. The opposite would be 9 or 12. 9, which would make 12 be the A. So sine would be what fraction? 9 over 15. We can reduce that to 3 over 5. Cosine would be A over H, so 12 over 15, which reduces to 4 over 5. Tangent is O over A, so 9 over 12, which would be 3 over 4. Now, considering we did that part correctly, could you easily just fill in the right side? What should the sine of B be? You think it should be not 3 over 5, 4 over 5, right? Because what's
when you switch to B, that means B is the reference.
B would now be your reference angle, which would change this A to an O and this O to an A. So sine would be 12 over 15, which is 4/5. Cosine would be A, 9 over 15, which is 3/5. And this would be 4 over 3, just the reciprocal.
Same every time.
Yep,
So
these
it's
will,
kind of
yep,
flip
and then,
not those
yes,
two reciprocals.
right.
Okay.
Okay, so this is all you guys are going to have to do for